Hey everyone, thank you for joining another episode of People JV. I'm Jared Vasquez here with my man Jordan and here with my Uncle
What's
Lou
up?
in the house. We are back. NBA is back, baby. I feel like it's been so long. I can't believe it's the first day now. Today's we're gonna discuss the two games of the regular season between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Golden State Warriors, and the second game is our Houston Rockets facing off against the defending champions Oklahoma City Thunder. So we'll start off with you guys want to start with the we'll start with the big game, and then we'll talk about disappointment later. I think we should start off with the Houston OKC game. What do you guys think? You guys happy with that one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely happy about.
Yeah, let's definitely talk about that one. Um, so yeah, give me one sec. So the Oklahoma City Thunder facing the Houston Rockets. It was a 125 to 124 victory at Oklahoma City. Um, just I don't want to go through stats. I don't think stats should be important. It's more like the impact of the game. It's like how people interact. That's the type of
Yeah,
shit. We're not ESPN. We're not Gil's Arena. Everyone just likes to talk about stats. That's not what we're here about. We're here to
no.
talk about movement. We're here to analyze the game based on the players. So I'm not going to talk about stats here. So I would like to start off with. I'll start off with you, Jordan, and then I'll go around, and then I'll be last. So, what was your take on the Houston Thunder matchup?
Ooh, don't get me started with the Rockets. Well, first off, hats off to them starting the season. That was a great season opener. I mean, despite the fact they could have won the games if they started hitting their free throws late in the game. But I think it had something to do with too much fatigue. Staying late in the game too much, and like being honest, I'm really rooting for the Houston Rockets this season. Like look at their game, they're pretty much complete. Like I said in the previous episodes, they got the depth, they got the bench, and their starters, they're just there. I mean, like look, if you can't rely on Kevin Durant, you can definitely rely on Alperen Sengun.
Yes.
And I like their defense because with today's games, you can see that both teams adjusted to both lineups. You know how when when the Rockets were going big, you can see that the Oklahoma City Thunders were also going big with Hartenstein and Chet, and then you had Steven Adams, Albert Sengun, and damn, like that was a crazy starting five having Amen Thompson at the first, Kevin Durant at the second, then Jabari at the third, and then of course
Yes.
Sengun at the fourth. Like, bro, that line is a dead lineup right there. Like, if you want your best five from the Houston Rockets, that's it. Like, don't change Kevin Durant. Like, he's perfect
Yes.
there.
Yes.
Jabari's, I like Jabari's game. Like, he's improving because he's been doing workouts. Like, he requested that every time Kevin Durant's gonna be doing his workouts, he'd be doing like doing it with him at the same time. To improve his game, to learn from Kevin Durant. And there's some clips where it shows that he's learned from Kevin Durant. And looking at the entire game's performance, I mean, being honest, it's just a matter of who can hit free throws late in the game. And for me, I feel like you know Houston won this game, but at the end of the day, again, it matters most when who can hit their shots in the final seconds.
Exactly. And that's
In my
exactly.
opinion, I think the OKC they started off where they left off last year. I think they're moving the ball pretty well, man. They've got some great team playing. The only comparison I could make is for well, I agree with Jordan. Kevin Durant is he's a great player, but I noticed that he's everything in Houston is just starting off. I think they're trying to recognize each other's games at the moment. But Kevin Durant, he did a good job. He carried the ball really well. But
Yes.
I feel like OKC's already established their game plays and all. And I I noticed that they're moving the ball much better than the Houston Rockets. But it's probably too early for me to say that OKC is like back in their old uh, like championship aura,
Yeah. Did you
So
feel
that's what I
like? Did you guys can hear me? Mic's playing up.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
can hear you.
Do you think I'll ask you both like just put it in the air? Did you think Oklahoma did you think Oklahoma City won this game or the Houston Rockets lost it?
Yeah, OKC won this game definitely, man. Because the
I
Houston
like this.
Rockets just you want me to say what?
Yeah.
What we
Yeah.
talking about, man?
I didn't want you guys to get confused when I asked that question. What about you, John? What do you think? That was a good game. I'm not gonna lie, that's probably the
For
best
me,
one.
Houston Rockets just lost this game. Being honest, it wasn't because OKC won it. It's because Houston lost it.
They
Like
lost
I
it.
said, I mean, at the end of the day, Kevin Durant had the chance to, make sure they didn't go to overtime. But missing the first free throw is the reason why OKC had an easier chance to tie the game because they just had to go for two.
Yeah.
And it was a smart decision by Shea to just stick with the mid range instead of going for the win, just to play it safe.
I
And
mean,
yeah, at the end of the day, again, like I said, it's just a matter of who can hit their shots late in the game in the clutch moments, and it shows why Shea is Shea,
yes,
why
sir.
he's the MVP.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Game
especially
winning
starting
shot,
off
yeah,
well
definitely.
in the first half. He picked it up in the second half, and I'm not gonna lie, he was incredible to watch.
see,
Like if he needed a bucket, he's gonna be the one to give it for OKC. And
Yeah,
again, like with the bigs that OKC has, like especially to Chet Holmgren, like in the first half, he was nice. Like he could barely miss the first
yeah,
half.
yeah,
Especially they don't have Jalen Williams. I mean, still their defense was incredible. Like both teams were giving each other a hard time.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and like I said, like these two teams are like a complete match. So like looking at it, it's like Houston Rockets decide to, you know, start to like just copy OKC's DNA, in their roster, having the depth, having the defense, and having a strong, solid five.
yeah.
And yeah, and the way I was watching the game a while ago was just incredible.
I think that was part of our discussion back when we were just
That's what I
like first
was.
starting. Like like people the teams are looking at the standard like playing styles, and trying to emulate that. I think that comes into play. I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah, we did talk about see, and that's the crazy part was we literally said this episodes ago that the Houston Rockets. Before I answer, the Houston Rockets jumped straight away because they were just missing that one scorer, and that was in Kevin Durant. It's just crazy that he's the shooting guard. That's how big this Houston Rockets lineup is. That he's the shooting guard.
Yeah, yeah. I think if they fit him perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
and you see how that like you to point what you just said, Jordan. They copied the same structure with Oklahoma City. Is because what we were saying is the small ball is no longer is being phased out again. It's no longer working again. We're coming back to old school basketball. And the one thing I noticed about when you talk about old school, did you notice that in the first at the start of the game they introduced like the NBC like the classic music like they would back in the 90s?
Yeah, they did. Nice.
That really like felt like old. Like I felt like, oh my god, this takes me back.
Yeah, like back, yeah, they're throwing the like the old style back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was just like, I was so like nostalgic thinking about it, and the fact that the game ended the way that ended today, just like this is the shit. Like this is what we were missing. Like this is the type of thing that all 30 teams should be doing every night when they play. This is the
Great
type of
stuff.
intensity. This is the
Yeah, it was
shit.
great stuff. Yeah.
Exactly.
This is what I was like. This is what we're.
Yeah.
And I was like, this today was amazing. Like this game was like the gold standard. Like I reckon this would probably be like the best game in the regular season ever,
Yeah.
ever.
No, they
Especially
were also a good
I
stuff,
mean,
man. They were pretty
yeah.
I
good.
feel like it's
Oh shit, that Wi-Fi is playing up.
one of the opening games of the regular season.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah. The best open season opener. Yeah, no. It felt like a playoff game. It felt like it was a game 7. Like their lives were on the line. Like
Yeah, yeah.
and it's
No,
good.
that's what you want, man. That's what you want. Like you want that intensity right from the get go. First
Yeah.
step, pretty good.
Now, do you guys think it's based on personnel, or do you think it's like the reason why
I
it
think
was such a close game? What do you guys think? Do you
for
think?
me, it's the chemistry. I reckon the teams are in good chemistry. I noticed that the way they're playing the game, like the passion is like it's back, you know.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's my observation. Yeah,
especially So what I wanted to say was I actually think Houston, no disrespect to Oklahoma City, I actually thought, obviously they deserve to win, they deserve this win, but when you come see it from the start, you could, as we were saying, like, Shea was kind of off, he was off in the first few quarters, so he wasn't having a good shooting night, but he was still attacking, still being aggressive. It's just that
yeah,
Houston kind of took their foot off the gas and they made these little turnovers, like these little mistakes. And that's what I like about the competition on both sides, because they treat the ball as if it's the last possession. Like, they make every possession matter on both teams.
yeah,
We kept talking about this about the Oklahoma City Thunder, but Houston had the same disciplines because of the culture that Ime Udoka brings in, because he did that same shit in Boston. He's now integrated it with this young core, and so now that's the reason why Houston has jumped, because of the young core and the personnel, and adding Kevin Durant became a bonus for them, which made them. You can see it literally makes them playoff, if not finals contention. Just even though it's just the first game, we already got a taste of what they were missing last season.
yeah. Right, it was quite intense, bro. It was
Yeah, it was
pretty
quite
good.
intense. The one thing I was annoyed about, because I was going for Houston, what annoyed me was the fact that, Tari Eastman at the start, he was making these like stupid shots, like he was trying to like put shit up there on the board. And then you've got this point guard, Reed Shepard. The one thing about Houston, that they've lost Fred Van Fleet. They don't have a point guard, like a solid point guard. So they're kind of compromised there. And you could see throughout the game, Reed Shepard was like, he holds every possession. He has the ball for 8 seconds. Like, in 24, you have 24 seconds to yourself. You hold it for 8 seconds before you make a play. It should be dribble at half court, look for someone, and don't just wait there and wait for something to happen. Like, you're wasting too much clock. And a lot of the
Yeah,
times, Kevin Durant was waiting for, he needs the ball, he demands the ball, or they you make the defense collapse on you, that you have to force a shot. And I think that was the thing. Even though it was a close game, it's these little things that Houston needs to kind of fix. Although I'm not discrediting Oklahoma City. They did what they were supposed to do. The crazy part was the fact that both Hardenstein and Chet were fouled out, and they still won.
yeah.
Yeah, and I was gonna say,
Well,
yeah, go.
yeah, like with the Reed Richards play style a while ago, like the way I was seeing it, he's kind of taking notes from Fred Van Fleet's page. Like he's not much of a playmaker, but
Mhm.
he's much more of a scorer first, trying to score or trying to be aggressive,
See,
and it's
I don't mind that, but I literally saw him. It was like he had 5 seconds. He was forced to do a shot. He drives. He was wide open to do a bank layup, but instead he tried to hook it in the rim. But there was no one
yeah,
on. Like, those ones where you just drive, and you push the guy aside, and you're like wide open for a fadeaway layup
yeah,
bank shot. He tried to float it wide open with less than 5 seconds, and he was no one around him, and he still missed it. And I'm like, you're like, it's these little things, like you're in the NBA, bro. Like, you should know like the basics. And that's what the one thing about tonight's game, they really showed you just basic basketball, and creativity. And that's why I feel like everyone that is gonna look it up on social media is really gonna say this was the best game, especially what
Yeah.
you said. It's probably gonna be the best opener. So it's just that was the little things. With Oklahoma City, I'm like, now let's talk about Oklahoma City Thunder. They did deserve this win. Everyone played great, especially Casey Wallace stepping up, making these big shots. Lou Dort continuing to be that defensive player. The fact that he
yeah,
was able to guard, Kevin Durant. Um, So there's kudos to him, and they definitely deserve it. And this is the reason why they're the champions, because it's the discipline. They're not
Yeah.
discouraged on the score. They just get a stop, make a play, run
Yeah.
back, and repeat, and it's that simple.
Yeah.
They're not settling for shots. It's just some like the shots that they miss. It's just a shot that it's not that it's a bad shot. They just miss, and that's the odd thing about both ends of both teams. So that was a
Right.
really really great game. The one thing I would say early about Houston is that you can see at the fourth quarter they were trying to. You can only see Kevin Durant and Sangoon as their only scorers, which is obvious. They're the only two elite scorers on that team. But there are times where Kevin Durant demanded the ball and you chose to go the opposite direction of him. He's nowhere to be found.
Yep.
And that's why he ended up with, I think it was like 13 points or something like that. He ended up with a low scoring, like 23 points. He had 23 points. But
Yeah. 20
it was at the first two quarters he had like 13 or something like that and 20 points.
Yeah.
But then
He started.
yeah, and then he became quiet. Because I think Houston they're still the same, but they're still trying to find a way to mesh with Kevin in the offense, which I
That's
think,
right.
Yep.
yeah, which will come. But it's just that
Yeah.
what I saw in the game is that you're supposed to give it to him especially in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, because there's a reason why he's still an elite scorer. But because they still decided to go with the playbook. That's kind of why Oklahoma City caught up and kind of took charge, because they went on like
Yeah.
a 10-0 run at some point, and then
Yeah.
that's where we lost it. The free throws is where we lost it. I was like saying,
Yep.
oh man, I think it was like at the fourth quarter, or like the start of the fourth quarter, they were 18 for 18 from the free throws, and I was like, oh man, they're really good. And then Sangoon missed crucial free throws. Kevin Durant missed crucial free
Right.
throws. Yeah, and then yeah, and because of that, they forced it into overtime twice. And the crucial part was the free throws, which makes no sense because you're in the NBA. It's a free shot. No one's guarding you. You still miss them shits. But we're human. It's all good. But great game. That was a great game. Yeah, and I hope the rest of the team kind of looks. The rest of the team, the rest of the league. I hope they look at this game as an example of what you should be looking at when you're building a team.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man. Sorry.
Especially what do you call this? Team owners, team managers. Like fuck, this is how you construct a team.
This
This
is
is
how-
how you decide on or try to like figure out what's missing on your team. Just look at these two teams, and you'd be like, oh shit, I'm missing this type of player on my team.
Yeah.
Shit, I need this type of defensive anchor on my team. I need this type of
Yes.
scorer on my team.
Yes.
Like fuck,
Yeah.
those two teams are such a great example. I swear to God, I enjoyed that game so
That was
much.
yeah. It was, like I'm looking at the roster of Houston again, just real quick. The one thing I forgot to mention: Steven Adams was solid on the rebounds,
He
But-
was.
but you could tell the fatigue was there, and that's why the Oklahoma City kind of caught up, because he played. I'm looking here. He played 36 minutes, and then your backup center, the reserve, was Clint Capella, had only played 8, and then
Yeah.
Clint was nowhere to be found. So that's kind of one thing they need to.
Yeah.
No,
I think he
sorry,
needs to spend a little bit more time on the floor.
yeah, but
Yeah.
Not-
You need,
There were just
yeah.
two out there, not gonna lie. That's why Steven Adams was kind of, feeling a bit, tired or something, because he was out there too long. They were going with the big lineup
yeah.
throughout the entire.
Yeah, but the problem was they were up. I think their largest lead in the whole game was probably about like 9 to 10 points, something like that.
It
Something
was.
like
Yeah, it was just OKC just caught. It was OKC. Oh, it was always OKC catching up to them the entire game.
Yeah, and I
And then
think
it was only first overtime is where the Houston Rockets was trying to catch up to Oklahoma.
and that's the problem when you. That's why I say when you build these teams, you need reserves so that
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
have a lead like that, that's when they had that lead. That because when I say a huge, I feel like a huge lead is from at least 9 points and above. To me, that's a huge lead.
Of course,
If
it's
it's
like 5 to 4%.
yeah, if it's 3 to 5 points, that's still a
Mhm.
it's just a layup in a three. But a
Yeah.
9 point lead, that's when you start, well, as a coach, like you start thinking I should probably rest these guys, because then look, that's like you said, Oklahoma City caught up because Houston kind of fell off the gas pedal because they didn't sub Steven Adams for that type of reason. Kevin Durant was even
Yeah.
though you
Yeah.
didn't see him much on the floor, they kind of lost momentum there based on
Yeah.
fatigue.
Yeah. Yeah. They should have distributed a little bit more.
Yeah, but I guess
Yeah.
I think that's the kind of the discouragement about training camps, because you're obviously facing off against each other that you don't know the other playbook of the other team.
Yeah.
Like if you and I are like Jordan, like let's say all three of us are practicing, I know your tendencies, you know mine, but
Yeah.
on the court we don't know the other person's tendencies. So I think that's the one thing, like Ime Udoka needs to find is how to balance the roster out properly. But it's on the first game, but it's just like that's just a biased opinion, I guess, to try and because Oklahoma should like I feel like that Houston had this, they had a chance to win this, but again, Oklahoma deserved this win because they stuck with the plan. They stuck with the confidence, and they stuck with the plan, and it worked out for them. But yeah, anything else you guys want to add, Jordan?
No, I think we're pretty much covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're
Both
pretty
games.
much covered with
Okay.
Oklahoma and Houston game.
See, that's the crazy part. When I was watching it live, they went for two overtimes that it covered mostly of half the game of the Lakers and Warriors game that was not next. And that's the one thing about schedules is that they when you overlap they can't do much. So I'll skip over to now to the second game, which is the Golden State Warriors taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. So Golden State Warriors won 119 to 109 at the crypto. I'm still gonna say Staples Center. I don't care what anyone says.
Staples always gonna be
Always
Staples Centers for me.
Yeah, I'm never gonna. I don't care if it's Marvel
Hey,
Stadium. I'm gonna call it. I don't.
yeah,
Staples to me, man. I grew up with Staples. I'm gonna say Staples. So, yeah, with the Warriors Laker game, did you get a chance to see it, Uncle Lou? Did you get a chance to watch anything from that game?
Yes, I did.
What did you
And
think?
but the one thing I noticed that you've got Luka Doncic. He's carrying the game.
Yes.
The difference between the Warriors and the Lakers is the Warriors is like they are already an established team. Like I found that there's a lot of young players with the Lakers that they're still finding their footing, and the amount of support is not really. I suppose that the that they need to put in a little bit more from the young players, but it's because it's still early. There's more experience with older players, and the young players they still need to contribute a little bit more.
Yeah, like they have to
I
find
think
their
that's
way.
that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. And plus the Warriors, they're like they're an established team. They're pretty strong. They're stronger than the Lakers at the
Yeah,
moment.
you could see that.
Yeah.
You could see it. Even from the starting
definitely
lineup.
see it.
From the starting lineup, you already knew. Like I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Like I saw the starting lineup and comparing the show. I'm like, what the? Like I already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, Jordan called it before. That he said Lakers are going to lose this one, but I sort of observed as well. Yeah, I recognize the the pattern there.
See, even if LeBron was to come and play this game, even if he wasn't injured in the preseason, if he had come to this game, they still would have lost. I'm not convinced that they would have won, even if he was there.
Yeah. And
What?
Even Steph hasn't lost his touch. I mean, he's throwing it from the outside.
Yeah. But before I answer, yeah, John, what did you
I
think? What was your input?
mean, looking at it with the Lakers game, again, they don't have the depth to to compete with teams. Although, yeah, let's say LeBron comes back, your starting five is good. At the end of the day, once you take them out, who's gonna carry the team? And at the end of the day, you still need. I mean, although you have Marcus Smart, you have Gabe Vince as like key veterans that can lead the lineup. But at the end of the day, they're just not. They're not the offensive type of veterans to lead the unit. Like a bench unit.
Yes.
And like with Golden State, you can see clearly that they were clicking even with their depth. And the thing is, like at the end of the day, when you take out Steph, you have pods. At the end of the day, you take out let's say you take out Draymond Green, you got Al Horford in the day, and then you take out Jimmy Butler, you got Gary Payton. Like fuck, these guys know how to play. Like they know
Yeah,
how to they know how to connect with one another. They
yeah,
know
yeah.
each other's and
Mm.
like
Yes,
they
exactly.
they,
They have a great support
they
team. Yeah,
yeah, and not only that, especially seeing Kuminga's game today, like fuck, he was being aggressive and passing. He was
Yeah,
involving. He was letting his teammates be around him, like
yeah,
especially how he was giving those um those like off ball screens to Steph. He was it was just he was doing everything tonight,
he
to be
wasn't
honest. And then
being. Yeah, he wasn't being
he
Kaminga.
wasn't being like he was trying to be last season.
Yes.
yeah,
And seeing his maturity this game, I was really impressed. And then again, of course, I'm never gonna be surprised with what Jimmy Butler brings to the table, because at the end of the day, he shows why he's him. He's
yeah,
showing why he deserves $100 million contract.
yeah,
At the end of the day, you know, it was kind of fun seeing Steph not trying to do much because he knows he can rely on these guys to
yeah, yeah, yeah,
take off his work.
yeah,
At the
yeah.
end of the day, we all know Steph can be a 30-point night scorer, But at the end of the day, like I feel like he's at this comfort zone, knowing that fuck, I got Jimmy, I got Buddy Hield,
Yeah, yeah,
I got
yeah. I noticed that too.
Hield.
Like he didn't put the spotlight on himself this game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And at it, Buddy had like 5 3-pointers. Jonathan Gurley had like 17 points, if I'm not mistaken. And then you had
Yes.
Jimmy Butler who had 32, 32
31.
points,
Yeah,
Yeah.
31. But
31.
you
So
see the caliber of each player.
But I
exactly,
also
yeah,
noticed,
you can.
yeah, they're playing strong, but it's like oh, you know what? We're playing against this young kid. It's going to be an easy game. That's how I read the body
And,
languages and stuff. And yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
and not only that, you can see how everyone's sharing the ball, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
and I like the fact that when everyone drives, I mean, fuck, you can't really expect someone to take a layup because they're just gonna keep passing it out. And like I love their ball movement. Unlike with the Lakers, it was kind of like you can anticipate where the ball's gonna be at. First off, it's gonna start with Luka. You're gonna see either Luka take a step back, or you're gonna see Luka drive in, and he's either gonna take a shot or he's gonna pass it back out to someone open. And all you have to just pay attention is who he's gonna pass it to. Whereas with Golden State, like fuck, they were just passing it to everyone.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Everyone
And
contributed.
then not yeah, and everyone was moving without the ball in Golden State. And like fuck, I thought it was only Steph who kept doing that shit. Like nah, it was everyone else who kept moving without the ball. And it was truly a beautiful game to see with Golden State, performing like that, and knowing them, if they can get one more piece or two more pieces this you know the trade deadline, they're one of the top contending teams in the West.
yeah.
I
They
honestly
have a great
believe.
foundation, I think.
I really believe that they will make a move for at least one piece because how they're
Yep.
currently constructed, they definitely need one because you have to if you base it off because I'm basing it off last season, you can compare. You already
Yeah.
see the difference between their current roster versus us. So all they've added is they added just three pieces in that like four
Yep.
pieces if you include Seth Curry, which he'll come back.
Yep.
But with the whole, we said this in the last episode. We literally said this, and you can see it actually happen. Let's talk about the game. If you look at the Lakers, what did Luka have? He had like 40 something, 43 points.
Yeah.
That just tells you how bad their roster is from the jump. That
Exactly.
you're
And
literally
not
gonna
only that,
see.
you had
Yeah,
He's
and then you
carrying
had
everything,
you had
man.
25 plus 27 points, I think.
26. Yes, yes.
Um.
But you're right. Yes, you're
Yeah.
right.
And looking at it, you take off two of these players,
Who else is gonna
fuck,
score?
the league got blown out.
Yeah, who
Yeah,
else is
yeah,
gonna score?
They would
And
have been blown out by 2 months.
yeah. So the way people should start seeing teams, especially because I know people are really hopeful about their teams, their respective teams. How I was taught
yeah,
is you look at your starting five and you compare it with the other team's starting five, who has a better matchup, and then you go the list down between bench to bench, and then you kind of
Exactly.
get a picture of what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, who the hell in their right mind in this world? Because I know most of us are Laker fans. Most of my friends, or most of our friends, are Laker fans. They're gonna be like, but who do they actually think? Jake Bavaria or Jared Vanderbilt or even Jackson Hayes. Who thinks that they're gonna contribute this year? What are they gonna do different this year than the previous years? This is
None.
Thing is, with those, yeah, with those players, they only work well when you have a dynamic scorer or a dynamic passer.
and that's the
Because
problem.
look, yeah,
Because
Hayes can,
that's where they draw the
yeah,
motivation. Yeah, the inspiration. But
and, and the
you've
thing,
only got two.
mhm, being a scorer is isn't 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 something you can teach. It's more of a talent itself. Like these type of things are born. Like players are born with that mindset of being a scorer, a pure scorer. Like with
Yes.
Jackson Hayes, you can never teach him to post up, do Hakeem Olajuwon moves, and be like Olajuwon every
Be
night.
dominant. Yeah,
Fuck,
yeah.
the guy keeps relying on lobs. The guy always relies on you know easy pick and rolls. And then you have Vanderbilt, the same thing. He's trying to improve his game, like extending he's being a corner 3-point specialist, and at the same time being a defensive anchor for the team. At the end of the day, that's how far he's gonna go. And then you have Jake Laravia. I mean, God, I don't even know what the hell he's trying to do. I'm not even sure if he's trying to be a facilitator, if he's trying to be a scorer. Like,
We don't
fuck,
know.
he can't.
Yeah, they're still trying to find their footing of it. But you're absolutely right because they they need a little bit more encouragement to say you can do a lot better than what you're doing now
Nah,
because they
fuck.
can.
Exactly.
Nah, fuck
Yeah.
that. Honestly, it's either you have it or you don't. If you're gonna be in this team, you need to help us put points on the board. It's that simple.
Yeah,
Every,
yeah.
every,
Mm-hmm.
all,
If you,
every
It
team's
just seems
gonna.
like they have plenty of big, strong men who can actually do some damage.
Yeah,
If
but
they,
all teams are gonna say we need defense. Oh, everyone's gonna have that. We get it. But the aim of the game of basketball is who can score the most points.
yeah,
How can you help us score the most points?
and not only that, if you look at Rui Hachimura this game, you can see how he just he's just relying on whoever's
Threes.
gonna pass it to him. He's just
Yeah,
gonna yeah like, his aggressiveness from last season disappeared. If you notice,
I
you know,
think. Yeah,
like
yeah. Go before I go. Go.
that is kind of hard because at the end of the day, majority of the time he has the ball. But as for other people who can slash and score for themselves, I don't think Rui Hachimura is used to just being a spot up shooter or just stay on this side and I'll pass it to you and just shoot it.
yeah,
Looking at Rui's game, he's always been the type of player to post up, do a fadeaway, to slash, drive, attack, layup, dunk. And like this game, I just didn't see that from him. I just kept seeing him just shoot whenever he gets the ball, and I feel like that's like it's like the whole Westbrook thing. Like back in when he was with the Lakers. They won't let him play his game.
Yeah.
They were trying to make him a shooter. They were trying to make him you know be a shooter. They were just trying to make him just wait at the corner. They weren't even trying to let him facilitate. And
Yeah.
then like at the end of the day, those type of things where for me, like, fuck, I really don't want that season to happen again for this season because, like, at the end of the day, I want everyone to be able to pass the ball and shit, and like, I want everyone to be able to facilitate for themselves.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely,
Oh,
absolutely
yeah,
right.
No, let's be
yeah.
honest.
Guys, can you just give me like a 5 minute break? I'm just gonna pay for my car.
No, you're good, man. You're good. Okay, so my take on it was the problem with the Lakers is that you compare the season last season, the season before. LeBron is your only option, and behind Austin Reeves, and then so forth. Everyone else is kind of like they can't shoot. They're just in the corner. They can't create their own shots,
Yeah,
and they're undersized. So you're left with one guy trying to attract the defense, and then he'll find you. and then expect you to make a bucket because he takes so much pressure off you.
Yeah, yeah,
Because you do that, your mentality is now, as long as I do my part, I'm good. But you
yeah,
can see LeBron on the sideline. We all said, okay, with LeBron being injured, let's see if this Lakers team can win games without him. Let's see what they're capable of. And you can see everyone on that roster from top to bottom, minus Austin and Luca.
yeah.
They can't do anything on the court. They're
Yeah.
too short. They're too small. They can't shoot. They're out rebounded. They're out redefended. They're too slow. Like everything's so wrong with it. And
And I know that they're all dependent on something,
yeah,
so, someone else, you know.
like you're dependent on Luca to score 40s. The
Yeah,
guy
yeah,
was gassed. The guy, you can see it, he was gassed
yeah.
because he has
That's
to
what I
carry.
noticed. Like,
Yeah,
all the young guys need to step up, you know.
like this is the shit that we're talking about. This is the shit that we've been saying at the last episodes about trying to evolve, try to add to your arsenal, try to add
Yeah,
offense to your individual
yeah,
game, because you're taking the current situation for granted. When free agency hits for you individual players, trust me, who's gonna want you?
yeah,
I know everyone keeps putting the blame like, oh, LeBron's the reason why this guy's career ended. When really, what did you contribute? It's you,
yeah, yeah,
LeBron's not you. LeBron's not holding your hand to be in the NBA. LeBron didn't put you on the NBA. You put yourself there through your
yeah.
work. So where's your work? Like where's your progression? Like this is the type of thing where you have to keep stay motivated because
Absolutely, yeah,
anyone can come and steal your spot. You guys are not fighting for your lives, and
yeah,
you can see it on the court. You can see the sloppiness when they miss or they don't get second chance rebounds.
yeah,
That's the type of like I saw life just. It's like the Lakers right now. They're kind of like on life support. They're just on life support, trying to fight, try
yeah,
to hope
man,
for
yeah,
a miracle. You
yeah.
can't, and you just can't see them pulling through.
They
And
didn't have a strong support system.
hmm,
I know, yeah,
like to sum it up, all they've added this year compared to last year, they've just added a center. That's it. That's all they've
yeah,
added. Everything else is going to be the same. I bet you if they played the Timberwolves again and they make the playoffs, watch them get swept again
yeah.
with
They're
the
gonna
way
get
that they
smacked.
are. They're gonna get smacked. I don't care what playbook JJ Redick. I don't care what coach. I don't care what basketball operation does. The personnel, you don't have it, and so LeBron's going to keep giving you what he gives you. Luka's going to keep giving you what he gives you. Also, be behind all of that. These three can produce all season long, but come playoff time, it's the other team is going to neutralize the rest of you guys.
Yeah, yeah,
That we're gonna be back to disappoint. We're gonna have another disappointing season, and we're
yeah,
gonna say, and we're at every season we're gonna ask, what's the Lakers gonna do different? And that's the one thing I'm just like I tried this season not to talk about them as much as we want to go for them, there's just nothing there to talk about because it's going to be the same shit, different day.
yeah. I didn't see that in the team today.
Yeah. Now, fast forward. Now we go to the other side with the Golden State Warriors. What I loved about them is that everything we just said happened in the game. Everything we said, because we brought Jimmy, because we brought Al Horford. Once we get the other pieces, you saw
Yeah,
that compared to last season, you saw that Steph was the only option
yeah,
to put points on the board, and everyone
yes,
else was just standing around shooters, like standing
yes,
behind the 3 point line.
yeah,
You can see if Jimmy has the ball, he can
yes,
deviate and attack the rim.
yeah,
You saw Al Horford smacking people; he can
yes,
deviate.
yeah,
They're now balanced. They're now a well balanced team. Like you can see, you're absolutely right when you said that they were more balanced and they were more
they're well
togetherness.
rounded.
They're well rounded. They covered
Yeah,
everything. Because
yeah,
last
yeah,
year it was just about shooting. Now it's about bullying, effort, hustle, making every possession matter.
yeah,
They kind of taken less of the threes, which is good. It's not a
yeah.
bad thing. It's more about being physical out there and
Absolutely.
trying to show like aggressiveness. And
Yeah,
it's good. Even though Steph still had a high game, which was in his 20s, and everyone else kind of had a low scoring game, at least everyone contributes. Like I'm looking at the sheet just for comparison. Quinton Post is their starting center. Had Let's see here. He had 9 minutes, 2 rebounds, 0 points, zero. If you didn't bring Al Horford, you guys would have lost. And Al Horford, even though he's 40, he played 20 points. He still gave you 5 points as a center. That's big as a
Yeah.
center. And then so forth, everyone else kind of follows. Instead of if even if Buddy Hield, let's say, had an off night, you have Jimmy
Yeah.
Butler to be aggressive.
Yeah.
And Jordan, like to Jordan's point, he's absolutely right, and you can see it early in the even in the preseason. You can see it early in the season is that no matter who is left wide open, it's a threat.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Compared,
It's yeah, it's a good team now, man. I see it.
there's more threats there. Whereas last season when they were struggling, one step was out. The opposite team's like,
Yeah.
we'll let you shoot it. What are you gonna do? Like
Yeah.
you're fighting for your life. I'm good. Like Steph's not here. It's Clay's not here. Iguodala's not here. Like I'm good. You can do whatever you want. And
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
when now it's like, oh shit, Jimmy's gonna outspank us.
Yeah.
Al Horford's still a threat at his age. Jonathan Kaminga is maturing and evolving
Yeah.
and being more contributing. So there's more threats now to this year that
Putting up numbers. Yes,
they're putting up
absolutely.
numbers. So I even though I'm not saying that they'll win it all, but they could probably surprise us.
I was
Despite
just
yeah
I was just about to say that I haven't even seen the rest of the games yet, and I'm already calling for the Warriors and Thunder for the finals.
yeah no don't be no honestly that's good no that's good like just don't be surprised because you can see based on like what I said about matching up, you can kind of
Yeah.
see a picture up ahead. But no, it's okay. Yeah, like don't be afraid to make early judgments. Like Warriors to me is like last season I wasn't as convinced because you just had Steph, but now they could be the dark horse in the West that no one's
Yeah,
gonna
absolutely.
like.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about Oklahoma City, Houston, Denver.
Yeah.
Even though they haven't played yet, but Denver's gonna be in that mix. Trust me, there will be. The Golden State Warriors will just slide right through, and you guys won't even know it because
And
of
the
the
Warriors,
depth.
yeah, and the Warriors all of a sudden they took the attention.
Yeah,
It's like this could be a contender. This team could be a contender.
they
And
should.
I,
They
and
should.
maybe I could say, hey, you heard it. I could tell people you heard it here first. Okay, it's gonna be Warriors, and
Yeah,
it's
stand your
gonna be
ground. Stand your ground, baby. Yeah, don't back down. Don't backpedal. Yeah, tell them. Tell them, Uncle Luke. Let them know.
Warriors and Thunder, man. Fuck on the finals.
Hell
You
yeah.
heard it here first. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put that down. I'll send it to NBC. I'll tell Charles Barkley to put it on the board. No, you tell them that. But you can
Yeah,
see,
man.
like, you can kind of see it early first game. The only flaw to it is if someone gets hurt in that main core, they're screwed. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
But if you look at Oklahoma City and Houston, even if someone goes down, they have a band-aid behind that to keep them going. That's the problem with these veteran teams, like these much older teams. Is that there are a lot of big names there, but they're all past their prime. That if they're very reliant on one another, and so if one piece is out, the whole thing's gonna crumble.
Yeah.
Whereas you got this younger team, they can patch it up, and that's that's the thing about with these roster buildings. They just have to you really have to think about what you're trying to build, not just grab whatever's there in the market.
Yeah. I can't even say the same like for the Lakers, man. Like, man, they have a lot of young guys, but not a lot of I didn't see a lot of firepower
Yeah,
at today's game.
and the thing is, come next game, even the next few games that you're gonna see. Like I'll pull up the schedule right now. Like let's see, Lakers schedule. You tell me. I'll name a game. I'll name the game. You tell me if they're gonna win or lose. All right.
Okay.
So Lakers versus Timberwolves. Win or lose.
Loose.
Lakers versus Sacramento Kings.
Loose.
Lakers versus a young Portland Trailblazers team.
I'm gonna have to say Lakers on this one.
Okay, yeah. No, see, I was gonna say the same. That's okay. All right. Wolves again. The next game after that.
I don't know. Depending on they learn, if they lose the first game, if they learn, they'll win this one. But I can't see it. Timberwolves to me,
No. Fuck the past game. Just
yeah,
minus whatever streak they're on. When you think about the team, who
yeah,
wins? That's
Timberwolves,
Timberwolves, yeah. And
yes,
that's kind of what these people that the managers or whoever's constructing it should be thinking. Can you
yeah,
beat Denver? Can you beat Sacramento? Can
yeah,
you
yeah,
beat the Bucks? Can you beat the Boston Celtics? Can you
yeah,
beat these top end teams who could potentially be in the
yeah.
playoffs?
They need to look at uh, their status right now and compare themselves. Are we strong enough to go against these teams?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because you didn't convince me when you got Luca. Like you were like I was hopeful in the future, but you're talking about people that want to see them win now. We're not
Yeah,
convinced. I'm not gonna even if it's the first game. Trust me, you're gonna see a lot of losing games with this team early.
yeah. No, I didn't see a winning strand
Yeah,
with today's game, man. It's like I won't say it's bad, but it's not a good start.
yeah. Like they're probably gonna go on like a 3 game, 2 game losing streak coming up,
Yeah,
and
I think you're absolutely accurate on that one.
yeah, because I'm just looking. They're just the most of the teams that they're facing are even better, even though they don't have any big names out there. It's just the fact that you only have 2 scorers at the moment without LeBron, and the
Yeah,
rest need to contribute somehow, some way. But I just don't see how.
yeah. They're not looking strong,
They're not. Like
but I'm not. I give props to look at Doncic, man. He's carrying the team.
that's the problem. It's a 5 man
Yeah,
type. It's a team sport. You know what I mean? It's a team thing.
yeah.
Most of the teams have found ways to win games collectively as a unit.
Absolutely.
Whereas back
Yeah,
then, it's not. This isn't Michael Jordan carrying the Bulls
yeah,
against 29 teams. This isn't Kobe and Shaq carrying against 29 teams. This
yeah,
is now we're looking. Now that's phased out. Now it's
yeah.
everyone's a threat.
Now
It's a good.
everyone's
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, now everyone's looking strong.
Yes.
Except yeah,
There's no longer that one person can carry us over the hump. Even LeBron on his own, he's not going to carry this team to
yeah,
win it all. Even if he carries them to the finals, we're going to say, oh, he's being LeBron. But that he can't take this team to the promised land on his own. Like, the team has to contribute. And I just don't like what I'm seeing from them early, especially in the preseason. The fact that they were I think they were winless, even in the
yeah,
preseason,
yeah.
you could see there were struggles there that I don't see them getting over the hump.
Yeah, I agree, man. I don't see it for them. I don't see it. Yeah, for them, even for this year, man.
Yeah, it's just not it. See now the fact that we're Lakers, I'm already jumping ship, man. I'm already telling you, Houston, it's down to the Houston Rockets, it's down to the Oklahoma City Thunder, it's
Yeah,
down
yeah,
to the Golden State Warriors. I have to see what Denver has. The reason why I mentioned Denver early is because trust me, they've retooled similar to the championship roster. You're gonna see it. Trust me.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely,
And
yes.
when you watch it, it's gonna go down to it. Um, but yeah, I don't know where Jordan is. I think he lost connection.
But I'm
But
excited for the following games, man.
yeah, the following games are going to be good. So we've got I think the games that you would pay attention more because I saw one. There was Boston versus Sixers. And then you had let's see, Knicks versus Cavaliers. That's going to be a good one too.
Nice.
This one's a pretty entertaining battle for Orlando. So it's got Orlando Magic versus Miami Heat. So you've got 2 young teams.
Yeah. Yes.
Will it be entertaining? Sure. Will it catch my eye? Not really. Only because they're so young. And then you've got Dallas Mavericks versus Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
Absolutely.
that I think so. Outside of the games I mentioned, the Boston and the Sixers, and then the second game is the Knicks versus Cavaliers. The third game that I think is going to be more entertaining is Phoenix Suns versus Sacramento Kings because they
Oh
got.
yeah.
Because I'm not sure if you're aware, they just signed Russell Westbrook. So Russell Westbrook's in the Kings, which is I can't wait to see because they have a lot of good players in that Sacramento team. They might make the playoffs. this year. I think they're gonna make it this year.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, the Phoenix. Watch that game because with Phoenix, we're gonna see if they can carry the off, like if they can win because they lost Kevin Durant. Let's see if they're still if
Yeah,
they're still
they're
even
still waiting.
if they're still even in contention to even be in the playoffs with Devin Booker. So we'll see, we'll wait to see that. But yeah, I'm not too sure where Jordan is, but I'm gonna assume that he's probably stuck in traffic, his phone died or some shit like that. But that's all good, man. I just wanted to quickly touch base with you guys on the first game back in the regular season. So thank you so much for your time, man. And yeah, keep watching these games, and yeah, we'll continue analyzing them. And for those that are watching, thank you so much for watching. Once again, I'm Jay Vasquez here with my Uncle Lou, and this is another episode of Future JV. Yeah, please hit like and subscribe. Yeah, follow our page, and if you have any suggestions, man, just feel free to shoot us up. Like, don't hesitate to ask us. Don't be hesitate to give us criticism. Don't just we're happy to engage. We're for the people, and this is what this podcast is
Absolutely.
all about. So yeah, just feel free to reach out. Yeah, thanks again for your time, guys, and peace out. I'll catch you guys later.